Welcome everybody to the channel. It's your boy World of Wrestling here today to discuss about the WWE Summerslam preview and prediction video along with the best bets on betonline.ag. I can tell you guys are not really tuning in for these videos when I'm going live because I can understand why. These videos are coming in like shit. Anyway, let's get into it. We got a little bit to talk about here. First off, betting for pro wrestling is a little bit different than normal sports. First off, you can't parlay them. You have only a certain amount of money you can win per bet. It's generally about $25 that you can win. So you go based off of those odds. And on top of it, the odds are not always the best either. But we can go ahead and go over these matches, and then I'll go ahead and give you guys my best bets that I would say to go after. Now, let's say you had $70 you can pull out of the hat, okay? And you wanted to bet that. I would bet on 3 different matches that would pull through. The first one is Drew McIntyre at minus 175. Earlier, when this match dropped and it was official, he was a minus 325, Drew McIntyre. LA Knight to win the United States Championship, he's a minus 450. His odds kind of dropped as well. And Liv Morgan being a minus 600. So you take $23, or if you wanted to do 24 for one of them and then $23 on the rest of them. So let's say you drop 24 on Drew McIntyre since he's the lower odd. He's a minus 175. It gives you $13.71 along with the $24. Then you take $23 on LA Knight. You win back $5.11 with the $23. And then Liv Morgan being a minus 600, you get $23.83. So that gives you a grand total of $22.65 of winnings towards the $70 you're putting in. So you're winning back $92.65. That's not too bad. I don't think. At least I don't think so. But let's just say we were to lower, let's just say we lowered down Drew McIntyre's amount from 24 to 18. At least gives us a $10 more. And then that's $6 extra. And then let's add $6 towards the 23 on LA Knight, since that gets us a little closer to 450, which would mean you'd have to drop $45 to equal an even $10. So let's say we get $28 or $29. You're going to get $6.44 back. That actually does give you less. It's $20.56. So you're really not gaining anything from that either. Holy shit. So yeah, the original idea of going $23 on LA Knight, $24 on Drew McIntyre gives you $22.65. So that's quite of an increase. So yeah, that would be the highest possibility you can make off of these 3 bets if you split it up from a $70 bet. Love Girl says, do you see Roman Reigns returning by himself, or is he going to have the Usos with him? He's going to come by himself originally to kickstart, and then I think he's going to get the Usos to come back. He's going to get Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and even possibly Sami Zayn to make it an even 4-on-4 because the new bloodline has got 4 guys. So I think they're going to get Sami Zayn involved with this. That's why we're seeing Sami Zayn and Jey Uso teaming together a little bit on Raw. So I do believe we're going to see Sami Zayn a part of this group as well. And Sami Zayn and the rest of the bloodline are going to unite and become one to fight off this bloodline group. That's what I see. She then continues to say, and do you see Roman Reigns helping Cody Rhodes beat Solo and help Cody win? I don't think he's going to help Cody win. I think Cody is going to win this match cleanly. And I see that Roman is going to make his return at the end of the match like Brock Lesnar did against Roman Reigns in 2022 or 2021, excuse me. So I think that is what's going to happen. Love Girl says with Kevin Owens too, because it looks like Kevin Owens is going to be part of and Randy too. Okay. No, I don't see those two getting involved in this match at all. I don't see that a part of it, and Randy too. No, I don't see Kevin Owens and Randy Orton actually doing anything for SummerSlam at this event. I don't see them doing nothing. I think they're going to be out of the picture the whole entire time, and that's how this whole situation is going to go. But yeah, Drew McIntyre is a good pick. Now, if you really wanted to get risky, get rid of Liv Morgan since she is a minus 600, and you want to go with, let's say, Nia Jax, she's minus 170, and you threw in $23 on her as well, then you're looking at a higher profit. But I'm not certain that that's a possibility that you're going to win. She said, I meant for Survivor Series. Is it going to be Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes? That's 6 people, Love Girl. I think you're making a mistake. No. I don't see that happening. I see it's going to be Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. That's what I believe is going to happen. Those are the original members of the bloodline, and that's what I think is going to happen. And it's going to be Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and the Gorillas of Destiny going ahead and going into a I apologize about the background noise. My wife is on the phone with someone, and somehow this microphone is picking up the noise from that room. I don't know how that's even possible. Then what about Jimmy Uso? I just mentioned Jimmy Uso is going to be part of the she's going to be part of this. He's going to be part of this whole thing. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso are going to be teamed together with Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. So I already mentioned that. Anyway, yeah, if you want to go with Nia Jax, I think that would be a great match. You mean both Usos? Yes, I mean both Usos. Jay and Jimmy are going to be together as a tag team with Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns in a War Games match against the new Bloodline. That is what is going to happen. And I think The Rock is going to make an appearance, and it's going to be him pretty much screwing over Roman Reigns. And we might not see Roman Reigns and The Rock or Rock and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. We could see Rock versus Cody for the Undisputed Championship at the Royal Rumble. I would be fine with that. And then you have Cody go over on The Rock, and then Rock goes ahead and gets screwed by Roman Reigns during that championship match to give us a reason as to why we're seeing the Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And there you go. Problem solved. Love Girl says, do you see DIY losing their tag team titles tomorrow on Friday night? to the Gorillas of Destiny? Yes, I do. I think that there is a very high chance they could lose the tag team titles. I think that's the whole point. I think we are going to see championships leaving other people and going to the new bloodline, except for the undisputed championship. I think that's the only title that is going to stay away from the bloodline at this point in time. I do see the U.S. championship possibly going to them at some point. We'll just have to wait and see. But I think that's Jacob Fatu's title at some point, and he's going to beat LA Knight for that title. So it's going to take some time before all the championships go to them directly. But I do believe that we are going to see a lot of the championships in the new bloodline. Love Girl says, and so that it will be the Gorillas of Destiny versus the Usos for the tag team titles. That's actually a good match. I would save that for a WrestleMania moment. I think that would be a great tag team match for those tag team titles. Only problem is the brand split would play a factor into that, I think. So we'd be kind of messing up the whole logical, brand split situation. So that does leave an issue there as well. But yeah, I think that if you do LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Nia Jax, that is a possible good idea. If you want to stay away from that, because I don't know if Nia Jax is going to win that belt, you can pivot to like Roman Reigns. Let's say, yeah, Roman Reigns appearing in the ring is a yes at minus 400. If you bet him to return, if you think he's going to return, bet $23. You end up winning $24 total with all those bets altogether. So that's not a bad deal. And there's a strong chance he could return. So that's my thoughts on the bets. So my bets would be Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, I apologize about the noise in the background if you guys are hearing that. That's my wife talking on the phone. I have the door closed, but for some strange reason with her even talking on the phone, the microphone's picking it up. I don't know why, so I do apologize. And she's not doing that deliberate, but it's somehow picking it up altogether. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, so Drew McIntyre would be someone I would bet on betonline.ag. Another one would be LA Knight and Liv Morgan. Those are my three that I feel strongest are going to win in their matches. Now, if you went ahead and just split this up with two picks, let's just say you did two picks. Let's see what we can get from this. All right, Drew McIntyre minus 175, $35. You win $20, and another $35 gives you $27.78. That's actually not bad at all, because that's a lot higher than what we were getting off of the with three different wrestlers to split this up with. So if you wanted to do Drew McIntyre LA Knight only with $70, if that's what you have available that you can bet on, you're going to walk away with $27 easily. I can guarantee you that Drew McIntyre is winning and LA Knight's winning their matches. I don't believe they're going to lose. All right, so we got a couple of comments in the chat. Love Girl says, so who do you see beating the Gorillas of Destiny for the tag team titles? I would say the Usos. I think that what you brought up about the Usos facing them for the tag team titles, I think would be awesome idea. So yeah, I do see maybe a WrestleMania moment where the Usos beat the Gorillas of Destiny. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. John Sternicker, I believe is how you pronounce the last name. If I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize. I do think Dom is turning on Rhea. Maybe, possibly, but I believe Daniel Daniel Lone Wolf, mentioned to me in comments on the videos that I've uploaded recently that he thinks that it might be Finn Balor. If you guys have been paying attention to the storyline, he took the hotel key for Liv Morgan. So we could see a mixed gender tag team matchup heading into Berlin with Finn Balor, with Liv Morgan, and we have Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley in a tag team match. So that's a possibility. And then we could see maybe Dominic Mysterio turning on Rhea Ripley then as well. And there you go. That could also happen. There's a lot of different situations that can occur here. They have left this card so unpredictable that it's insane. It really is a very unpredictable card. And you have to be very careful if you are betting on anything with pro wrestling. You have to be very careful on things that you're betting on. So only bet what you know for certain is going to close for you. Love Girl says Tiffany Stratton is definitely cashing in at SummerSlam against Nia Jax and at WrestleMania. If Charlotte Flair is cleared to wrestle, it'll be Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the title. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea, but I mean, Charlotte Flair is always getting a title shot. I hope that if she does come back, she actually works her way to the top and actually earns her right to challenge for the world championship against Tiffany Stratton, if that's the case. But I don't want to see Charlotte Flair just instantly out of the blue just get a championship opportunity. I think that's bullshit. Matt 87 Eagle says, can't wait for the football season to start. Yeah, me too. I am definitely going to be doing live streams of my predictions on week 1 and all the way through the season. I will give you guys my picks on who I think is going to win, and then give you my bets on Thursdays after we get the injury reports and understanding what's going on with the rosters. So we're not just throwing money out of the clear blue and taking a chance of losing money with these bets. So I'm also going to be doing college football too. So we're going to do 3 best bets for college football, 4 best bets for the NFL games week after week. August 24th will be a time where we could actually bet on college football. So definitely keep an eye out for that, because I'm definitely going to be looking at that and probably betting on. I already got 3 teams I'm interested in. Colorado is one of them. That has Deion Sanders as their coach, and his son is the quarterback. They had a pretty good year last year. I think they might have a similar year as well. And they're going against a team that's not really that great. They're favored minus 325. So I think you do have a good shot at winning with them. And Florida State's going up against a school that I don't think is worth a continental shit. And they're only a minus 500, which I think they should be a lot higher than that. Unless it's something to do with their talent on their team. So I honestly think that is that's going to be pretty fun to bet on and play here on the channel, because we are going to go over that shit week after week. So that's going to be on Tuesdays, Thursday nights. We're going to go over the best bets. So I will give you guys predictions and my picks, but not an actual bet on Tuesdays. I will be doing them on Thursdays. So we might see a mixture of both the previews and predictions with the pay-per-views, along with the NFL stuff and college football, all mixed together in one live stream. So anybody that's interested in those things will be able to catch that on one stream. I'm a huge football fan. Basketball I'm into, but I can't follow every single sport and bet on them, or I'll just fucking go broke. Anyway, so Love Girls is before actually getting a opportunity. I hope she isn't just thrown in the Women's Royal Rumble and then just win the Royal Rumble to challenge for the title. I think that would kind of suck. And then Love Girl says it'll be the best moonsault ever versus the worst moonsault ever. Yeah, very true. She continues on and says, and what do you think of Joe Henry? Because he was on NXT and he kind of did a little bit of what The Rock did, make fun of the wrestlers, but he's really good, a really good singer. I don't watch NXT, so I don't have a fucking clue. You can actually bet on NXT off of betonline.ag. So you could make money off of NXT wrestling as well. But if you're not following it, I wouldn't recommend betting on it because you don't know what the end result's going to possibly be because it could be anybody. Um, so, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into the matches. I've already given you guys my picks and what I think is going to happen. But yeah, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, very strong picks. Liv Morgan, I definitely feel comfortable betting on, but I don't know if she is worth adding to your bets because you're not going to win. It's going to hold you down and prevent you from winning more money. So I think LA Knight and Drew McIntyre for $35 a piece is actually a smart move to make if you're using $70. Yeah, I know Joe Henry's from TNA, Love Girl. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the matches. Cover who I think is going to win and what so forth. So let's get into that. Give me 1 second. And another thing, guys, I do apologize. This stream may be coming in very bad, and I'm very aware of that, and it pisses me off to no end. I know I got to get a new computer because this is not working out at all. And I'm pretty certain this stream is not very good either. It's probably hard to sit through. I'm noticing the viewership kind of goes up and down and so on. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the matches. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn for the IC Championship. This is not hard to decide on. It's very easy. Braun Breaker is winning the IC Championship, becoming the new IC Champion. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with Seth Rollins as a special guest referee. I believe Drew McIntyre is going to win with somewhat of a assistance by Seth Rollins, but not intentionally. And I think Drew McIntyre is walking away with the W. Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Undisputed Championship against Solo Sikoa. Obviously, we know that Cody Rhodes is walking away with the title and remaining the undisputed WWE champion. LA Knight versus Logan Paul for the WWE US champion. I already mentioned that this is one of my top tier picks that I think are going to walk away with a W. I think LA Knight is walking away the new United States champion, beating Logan Paul for the title. Next up, we had Liv Morgan defending the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley is going to lose this match with outside interference. By who? I'm not certain. I think John has the right idea. Dom could be the person that goes ahead and turns on her. But then again, we could also, like I mentioned, Finn Balor possibly turning on the group. We've seen some, sort of dissension among Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, even. Those three have been kind of having a little bit of a tiff with each other. And then you're talking about Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Carlito. I think those four will end up being separated from those two. Those two are baby faces of the group. I think Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest are going to go out on their own and be by themselves. I think they're both going to get fucked in their title matches at SummerSlam. And I believe that is how the Judgment Day is going to separate and no longer be the Judgment Day. So that's my thoughts on that. Rhea Ripley is losing. Liv Morgan's retaining the women's world title. Gunther is going to win the world championship. I know there's a lot of discussion going on in the wrestling community that believe Damian Priest is going to win and then lose it at the pay-per-view of Bash at Berlin. I don't know about Bash at Berlin. I don't see why Gunther has to wait until Bash Berlin to win a fucking title when he's going to be on the biggest pay-per-view of one of the biggest pay-per-views out of the year. SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view. Royal Rumble, yeah. Okay, we can have a toss-up between the Royal Rumble and SummerSlam being the number 2 best pay-per-view out of the series of the big 4, okay? We'll just say that. But at the end of the day, SummerSlam is like the summer of WrestleMania. It is a version, it's a summer of WrestleMania, basically. That's really what it is. That's why I look at it as number 2. And then the Royal Rumble is number 3. And then Survivor Series is number 4, obviously, because it's one of the weakest out of the 4. So I honestly think that Gunther is winning this fucking belt. I don't think that this is going to be Damian Priest is not going to be winning this match. He can't win this match clean against Gunther. I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening. I see a possible issue happen, maybe some sort of accident that causes Damian Priest losing the title, or I see a pure, a complete and utter betrayal by Finn Balor. But I do see Finn Balor having some sort of involvement with this match, possibly. And if that's the case, then he's not going to be involved in the Rhea Ripley match at all. And my prediction on him joining with Liv Morgan and being the guy that actually was sleeping around with her instead of Dominic Mysterio will be wrong. So either way, it don't matter. Damian Priest is losing the fucking belt. Whether Finn Balor turns on Damian Priest or accidentally fucks him in the match, it don't matter. Gunther is walking away as the World Heavyweight Champion. I really believe that. I don't believe Damian Priest is going to retain and then have another rematch with Gunther. It makes absolutely no fucking sense to me. So, to me, in all honesty, I see Damian Priest losing the title. I think that's the only pathway to go. And then I think I see Seth Rollins possibly going one-on-one with Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's where I think this is going to go. Honestly. I think Seth Rollins is going to accidentally fuck CM Punk. CM Punk's going to want revenge on Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins is going to get the opportunity for the world title since he gave Adam Pearce the favor, refereeing the match. And then I believe we are going to see CM Punk get the W over Drew McIntyre of Berlin, and then another rematch is going to occur at Bad Blood for a Hell in a Cell match. And that's where I think this is going to end between these two, and CM Punk's going to walk away with the victory. So that's where I see this going. From there, I don't know who Gunther is going to face. And the last women's match that I see here is Nia Jax versus Bayley for the women's championship. I see Nia Jax possibly winning this match. Maybe. I wouldn't bet on Nia Jax. If you were to bet on this event, do not bet on Nia Jax because this could go anywhere. We could see Tiffany Stratton cash in on Bayley in the middle of the match. We could see turn into a triple threat match. Tiffany Stratton beats Bayley. It don't matter then at that point. You end up losing your bet altogether. You're not going to see Nia Jax win with Tiffany Stratton turning the match into a triple threat match. It makes no sense. Now, there is another thing, and Love Girl did mention this, that Nia Jax could end up winning the title and then losing it immediately afterwards, which means nothing. You'll still win your bet regardless if you were to bet on Nia Jax altogether. So that's pretty much it right there. And those are my picks. Those are my predictions on who's going to win and who's going to lose at this time. Let's go over the rest of the comments in the chat. Love Girl says, if you look up Joe Henry from TNA, that's who it was on NXT. Great, I know. Love Girl says, what about Rachel Gonzalez? Because she is returning soon, and I see her being the bodyguard for Liv Morgan, just like Sasha Banks and AEW. No, I don't see that happening. Love Girl then said, oh, she just repeated it. Okay, to correct what she wrote. Okay, yeah, but that's what I believe that I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think Rachel Rodriguez is going to make a return as the bodyguard for Liv Morgan. I don't think that's happening. I think we're going to see a turn, and it may be Dominic Mysterio. It may be Finn Balor. Who knows? But either way, if it's Finn Balor as Liv Morgan's side piece, then we can guarantee that Gunther's still winning that championship. Damian Priest is not going to win that match clean and then have a rematch with Gunther. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. But anyway, guys, at this time, you know what to do. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great night, guys. Bye.